Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live 10 at 10.
It might be quiet so far here in Fargo, but parts of our region have seen it differently tonight. Take a look at this. This is Bismarck just a little bit ago. They had winds between 80 to 90 miles an hour. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Robert Hahn. Let's start right away by getting a check on what the weather will be like here in Fargo in a little while with Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson. Hutch?
Robert, thank you very much. These storms have continued to march their way through western North Dakota, through central North Dakota, where they had the 80-plus mile-per-hour wind gusts in Bismarck moments ago. And now a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for our viewers in Stutsman County. These storms are marching east. You can actually see this system spinning as it makes its way through. This curved shape that you see to the radar here on the leading edge of the storm indicates that the straight line winds will certainly be the problem along and south of Interstate 94, where we could indeed have gusts upwards of 80 miles per hour in western portions of Stutsman County. Now, this storm is blasting its way to the east at a pace of about 40 to 55 miles per hour. So because it's moving so fast, it will be very close to Medina by 10:42 and Jamestown just a little bit after that. At that pace, Robert, they will make their way to the valley here as we go through the late night hours. I'll have hour-by-hour details on what you can expect, but that gusty straight line wind is nothing to horse around with. Make sure you batten down the hatches, loose lawn furniture and things like that. Tie it down and stay away from windows as these storms blow through.
All right, thanks, Hutch. And you can stay up to date on weekend weather conditions and tonight's, for that matter, anytime on your smartphone or tablet. Just download the Storm Team Weather app to get the latest weather conditions and even follow the radar live. Just search VNL Weather in the App Store. We have new information now on a story we first brought to you today. A 22-month-old girl was shot in Felton, Minnesota earlier today. The Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension and the Clay County Sheriff's Office responded to the call. No word on the condition of the child or who else may have been involved in that shooting. This case is still under investigation. Stay with Valley News Live for updates on this developing story. A small twin-engine Cessna plane had to make an emergency landing at Hector International Airport this afternoon. The pilot reported a possible engine fire, and fire crews were called to meet the plane at the airport. Sean Doberstein with the airport authority says it was a mechanical issue with the plane that forced it to land, not an engine fire. It was towed off the runway to the Fargo Jet Center for further investigation. There were no injuries, and the plane landed safely. Aaron Knodl's attorney Bob Hoy says they are happy the state is asking to dismiss the trial. Just yesterday, the state filed a motion to dismiss the remaining 2 charges against Knodl, but is asking the judge to rule with prejudice, which means the state could recharge Knodl if new evidence is discovered. Knodl is a suspended West Fargo teacher that is accused of having a sexual relationship with a student. He was acquitted on 3 of the 5 charges against him. A local lawyer sat down with us today and explained to us what the state brief really meant and what this case has shown our community.
The age that we're in with the instant media and everybody having an opinion about things, even if they don't know about them, that this does create the presumption of guilt that has to be overcome in a trial. So I think that is, unfortunately, in most and in many cases.
Some teachers in the area do feel that Knodl's situation will make teachers more cautious on how they interact with students going forward. To see more on that story and the latest with the Knodl case, visit valleynewslive.com. A wife and mother from Hawley suffers from a rare condition, something only 1% of people are diagnosed with. As Valley News Team's Macy Anger explains, with support from the community and a rehab device, the North Dakota native is working to get back on her feet.
Every step Juliana Schulstead takes is one closer to her goal.
I just want to be myself again.
In February, Schulstead was getting her son ready for daycare. Instantly, she felt her legs go numb and knew something was wrong.
Petrifying. Yes, it was so many things going through my mind.
She couldn't walk. Doctors determined she suffered a stroke in her spine, paralyzing her body from the mid-chest down. A hard diagnosis to swallow for a mother of a 3-year-old son.
It's tough to see my husband have to take over my responsibilities. That I can't go and pick him up if he's fallen and is crying. I can't really take him to bed because he's still in his crib. I can't get down and give him a bath. I can handle it for myself. I'm strong enough to handle it for myself. It's when I look at everyone else that has relied on me, and now they have to pick up my slack. It's tough.
Boom, nice one.
6 months ago, her family captured one of her first walks in rehab. Now, a dramatic difference. She walks with little assistance.
This is what I have to fight through right now. This is my life right now.
I have never heard why me out of her, and I ask her to do a task and she just goes, okay, give me a second and we'll get it done.
Schulstead credits her recovery to her therapy and a bike that uses electrical current to cause muscle contractions.
Being able to function the way I, in my heart, know I can and should.
She'll be here weekly until she can chase her little boy around once again. Now, the bike that Schulstead uses is one of the only ones in the Fargo-Moorhead area. Rehab for Life says that it can also help with other neurological conditions and has life-changing effects. Robert?
All right, thanks, Macy. Now, if you'd like to help out the family, there will be a benefit tomorrow in Hawley. The family also has an account set up at the Bell State Bank in Fargo. We've included all the information about those funds on our website. Just head to valleynewslive.com and click on this story. Well, today was the first ever Special Olympics Unified Relay across America in Fargo. Today, local volunteers, donors, and law enforcement ran different segments of the relay, and that relay ended with a special ceremony and celebration outside the Fargo Civic Center. Many community members lined the streets cheering to welcome the torch to Fargo. Today's relay leads up to the World Games in Los Angeles, and relay members across the country helped move the Special Olympics torch all the way from the east to the west coast. Hockey legend Henry Boucher visited Touchmark at Harwood Groves. Boucher, a Warroad, Minnesota native, is one of 6 Native American Olympic medalists and member of the U.S. Hockey Hall of Fame. He is promoting his autobiography, Henry Boucher, Ojibwa Native American Olympian. Boucher spoke of his book and autographed copies that were for sale.
My book touches on some racism and the racism and discrimination that I experienced as a young individual and as a person. But it goes, you know, from the beginning, I guess, through 1995, where I cut it off when I was inducted into the United States Hockey Hall of Fame.
Now, Boucher is well known among hockey fans. He played on Warroad's champion hockey team in 1964 and led Warroad to the championship again in 1969. Now, remember to like Valley News Live on Facebook. You can follow the latest news, weather, and breaking news updates anytime on your feed. Just search Valley News Live, like our page, and you'll stay informed throughout the entire day.
Valley News Live.